Greetings everyone from this universe and the next. I am Alex, and welcome to a bit of a different video I'm doing on my channel right now. As some of you may know, I actually really like Pokemon, and I've been really getting into the whole Pokemon fandom recently. Though I haven't played any of the video games, I am decent, to say the least, at the card games, and I've never fully played through any of the Pokemon games. I was supposed to play through Pokemon Omega Ruby with one of my friends at a sleepover, but he played through half the game while I was asleep and fully evolved the starter without me. You know who you are. Jokes aside, he's a good guy. I still hang out with him, and it would just be stupid if I let Pokemon, of all things, ruin my friendship with him. Anywho, so if you're like me and like Pokemon and are on YouTube quite often, then you might have seen these videos where people are making videos about their evil Pokemon team. Now, I don't mean a team of 6 evil Pokemon. I am talking about, like, a Team Rocket-esque team, where it's a team of people where you, as the player, have to oppose and try to stop that evil team. Now, for these types of videos, the evil teams typically have 4 admins. What are admins? Mini-bosses. The admins are mini-bosses, essentially, and they each go along with a certain theme. And the theme that they go on is the theme of the overall team. Now, my friends may or may not know that I am quite a bit of a Greek mythology nerd. I've studied Greek mythology since I was very young. I'm not kidding, I have. And I've just absolutely loved the myths, loved the legends, and it's stuck with me to this day, which is obvious. So I decided to name the team Team Mythos, after my love for mythology, fantasy, cryptids, things of the sort. So I thought that oh, by the way, the teams also have grunts. Grunts are like minions. So I thought it would be cool to model my grunts after one of the most famous monsters of all time. Now, when you hear monsters, what do you think of? Skeletons, zombies, mummies, and vampires. And vampires is exactly the thing I'm basing my Team Grunts off of. The Team Mythos of Grunts, the male Grunts, wear a black trench coat, have red eyes, and a black combed back hair with the classic vampire widow's peak hairline. The female Grunts wear black and red Victorian-style dresses with a dark red hair. Both grunts are very pale, have thin faces, and their fangs are showing at all time. They are also holding an umbrella to shield them from the sun, while holding a dusk ball, because they're vampires. They're out at night. Always. It's supposed to be funny. Now, each of the teams typically have certain types of Pokemon they use, like fighting, fire, water, things like that. And to still go with the whole mythology theme, my Team Mythos Grunts will be only using Psychic, Dark, Dragon, Fairy, Ghost, and that's it. Yes, my Team Mythos Grunts will only be using Psychic, Dark, Dragon, Fairy, and Ghost type Pokemon. The specific Pokemon that they will be using will be Abras, Unknown, and Ralts's for the Psychic types, Murkrow, Weavile, and Scraggy for the Dark types, Dratini, Axew, and Gible for the Dragon types, Flabebe, Jigglypuff, and Togepi for the Fairy types, and Duskull, Yamask, and Litwick for the Ghost types. Later, they will start using the evolved forms of the Pokemon as you go through this fictional Pokemon game. The evolved forms like Alakazam, Gardevoir, Gallade, Dragonite, Dragonair, Florges, etc., etc. Now, your first initial encounter with Team Mythos will be like most other My Evil Team videos, you will be stopping Team Mythos from stealing a Pokemon from an innocent trainer. Who is this trainer? Well, it's your rival. Yeah, your rival. You're saving your rival. Now, your rival goes on to explain how the Team Mythos grunt comes and wants to steal his Pokemon, but you came in just in the nick of time. Your rival then starts to respect you, and you enter almost a friendly competition with him to see who can become the champion first. And by then, it's pretty obvious that you have your starter, but after that first encounter, you will continue on and train up your Pokemon, grow your team a bit, etc. And then you finally reach the second town of the game and can't get to the gym because there are several Team Mythos grunts running around and acting extremely crazy and spontaneous. And this is different from how the other grunts you have faced in the past have been acting. Typically, the grunts act very dark, serious, very secretive, like how vampires are supposed to act. But not these ones. These grunts don't even have the normal types of Pokemon that Team Mythos would use. Dark, Dragon, etc. They're using specifically only Squirtles and Bulbasaurs. Yes, that's all they're using. And they tell you that the admin that is having power over them currently has told them to relax and not take their job very seriously. I, the team leader, had said that that was okay because I thought that it makes the Team Mythos grunts less predictable. And the first admin then comes running up to you and trips over you. The following text bubble that will come from this admin has several words censored out from it. The battle will then start up with a loud, energetic battle theme, much like this. Reflecting this character's crazier, more spontaneous personality. Now, each of these Team Mythos grunts will be based off of a different family member or friend that I have. And just so happens that my family and friends play a little roleplay game called Dungeons and Dragons, and each of the admins will be based off of those. This admin in particular is based off of my younger sister's Dungeons and Dragons character named Schniggle. Schniggle is a druid, which would mean she would specialize in grass and water types, for the whole nature thing. Schniggle's appearance, however, it looks very druidic, looks very wizard-like. She's wearing a brown robe with a green t-shirt under it, brown pants, and has blue braided hair that goes down the back of her. And the blue transitions from darker blue and gets lighter as it comes up the head. Now, this admin, she isn't the best admin out there. Because, she's the first admin. And her first Pokemon she sends out is a Squirtle, because that is probably her favorite Pokemon. Though, that's not very overwhelming, and you fight it with relative ease. After you feint her first Squirtle, she sends out a Bulbasaur. Once again, fairly easy, you go through that with ease, depending on what type of starter you chose. And she sent out another Squirtle after that. Very original Schniggle. And you feint that again. And then you face another one of her Bulbasaurs. By now this is getting pretty old. And you feint her Bulbasaur. I know this isn't really living up to the more hectic, energetic battle theme that is playing in the background now, but hear me out. Her next two Pokemon will give you a bit more trouble. Her next two Pokemon will be an Ivysaur and a Wartortle. Ivysaur being the next Pokemon she sends out, Wartortle being the last. Now, of course, you beat this admin and she stomps off because she's mad she lost with, once again, several of her text censored out because, well, obvious reasons. Like I said, this admin was based off of my my younger sister, and that's basically it. She stomps off, cursing, and you challenge the gym, grab the badge, and move on. Now, you go another 2 towns, and you finally make it to one of the big cities of the region. This region is my own region. It's not any of the regions seen so far in previous games, and if you want to see it, I will make a video about it if you want to see it. So so you eventually reach the large city of the region, which is a city based off of the Greek god Neptune. The city's name is Neptune, but it's based off of the Greek god Poseidon. They're really, honestly, the same thing. There is no difference, just they have different names, that's all. But that doesn't really have any importance, as you're about to challenge no. So, as you go on, you find your rival, you battle him again. You win or lose, doesn't really matter. And then you walk up to the gym. You're about to go challenge it when a trainer bumps into you. Just a random trainer, nothing of too much importance, really. Until your rival runs up to you and says, "Hey, are you just going to let her steal our Pokemon like that? Come on, let's go." Your rival then leads you to the outskirts of this city, and you catch up to the girl who your rival says stole your Pokemon. She has blonde hair tied up in 2 ponytails on either side of her head, and she's wearing a black leather jacket with a tie-dye with what I can only describe as a shirt that someone splashed random colors of dye on it. Not tie-dye. It's like if someone made abstract art into a shirt. And she's also wearing black jeans. She then, the text that appears afterwards is, why couldn't you just let me have any fun?" says the girl, and you and your rival enter a double battle with her. With a battle theme sounding similar to this, with the same kind of sneakier, I guess, vibe that this song has. Or at least I feel like this song sounds a bit sneakier. Anyways, so yes, your rival and you enter a double battle with Team Mythos admin Harley. She is the second admin of Team Mythos and is based off of my youngest sister's Dungeons & Dragons thief of the same name and description. Her battle theme is, like I said, something similar to Spider Dance, which is a bit upbeat, darker, but sneaky. When you enter the battle, you are missing your starter Pokemon, or if you don't have your starter Pokemon on your team, the Pokemon that was previously at the head of your team. Your rival is missing their Shuppet, I might want to add, which was the Pokemon they had at first, a Shuppet. You send out your Pokemon and your rival sends out theirs. Admin Harley sends out 2 Pokemon at a time, and I will be listing them in their pairs. The first 2 Pokemon Admin Harley sends out is a Ponyard and a Jigglypuff. After you faint those 2, she will send out a Weavile and a Kirlia. After that, an Umbreon and a Sylveon. You, of course, beat Admin Harley and get your Pokemon back. By now, it might be noteworthy to say that each of these admins are specializing in 2 types of Pokemon. Admin Schniggle specialized in water and grass types, and Admin Harley specialized in fairy and dark types. Now, I recorded this video previously just going through a majority of it, but it got to be about 20 minutes long. So, there will be 3, maybe 4 parts of this. Yeah, that's about it for now. If you guys want to see more of this kind of content, leave a like and comment down below. If not, I'll finish up this series and not make any more Pokemon-themed content. Now, that's all for now, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, and see you later.